is Jocelyn Alyse, that mindset teacher, encouraging you to change your thoughts so we can change the world. Listen, friend, today I am at school, okay? Y'all, it is actually my planning period, and I was doing the things, all the teacher things, and I just really felt like what I was doing, I really wanted to share with you all. And so if you don't know, now you know. Okay, let me stop. But if you do not know, I'm a digital girl, y'all. I'm a digital teacher. I love using my iPad for instructional purposes. I used to be that teacher that had like 30 different journals, and I would walk around with all these different journals. Like, oh, I have my POC journal and my data tracking journal and my data binder and all of these things. And now, like, I just have my iPad. So when I am going to a meeting or when I am like doing literally anything, the only thing I need to grab is my iPad. I do not have to look for certain resources. I can even screenshot like different things on the internet and just put it there in my iPad, upload PDFs, things like that. So I literally like do not carry. I'm not that teacher that has that big bag of things like, oh, we're going to a meeting, I gotta grab all these things. No, I just use my iPad. And we started previously a unit on we did inferencing last week. This week we are doing context clues. And as we are doing this, a lot of my teacher friends, especially if you are heavy into ELA, you know context clues is like a standard that a lot of students struggle with, and that vocabulary and building the vocabulary and using like those surrounding words to help you figure out the meaning of unknown words is super key, especially when we're looking at like end of grade tests and really just thinking about students being able to unlock language during their reading as they're talking with other people, because oral comprehension and reading comprehension go hand in hand. And so I was looking at some data that I had collected, and I'm going to show you guys how I use just my classroom assessments, my quick data, observational data to help me strategically group students, looking at that data, how I use it. Let's get into it.
All right, y'all, so here is my digital planner. This whole page has to do with context clues. So the first thing we're going to do is get those standards down. I did zoom in so it looks a little different, but the standards that I'm documenting on this page are RL 4.4, RI 4.4, and L 4.4, okay? I am using the North Carolina Unpacked standards, which are basically the same thing as Common Core, but here my students' learning target, or what I want them to be able to do, is to determine the meaning of unfamiliar words based on context clues. So when I'm thinking about context clues, these are like all the words that surround those words, the little hints in the text that allow us to see what the word means. The only thing that I am documenting on this page, you guys, are things that relate back to this specific standard. So remember, friends, this video is all about how to use this data to differentiate and make sure all our students get exactly what they need. So I have went ahead and highlighted my data already, but I'll go ahead and let you guys know what my thinking is on that. So I highlight based on mastery. So we have mastery, which is 80% or more, near mastery, which is like 70 to 80%, and then progressing. Y'all, so gotta be careful with that language. They are progressing to master the standard, anyone below 70. So I go ahead and I highlight my progressing friends in red. I highlight near mastery in yellow, and then I go ahead, I'm gonna grab a green because I highlight my masteries or 80% or more in green. And my mastery friends are friends that I will probably have like doing some independent practice. They might have something that is a challenge assigned to them. So it might be something that's a little harder than what we're actually doing, or maybe even a fifth grade standard or 5th grade worksheet that they might be working on. And then my near mastery friends are people that need some support. They are not lost in the sauce, but they still need me to kind of check in and work with them. They can also do some independent practice or maybe even some group work, some collaboration. And things like that. My progressing friends are friends that I want to spend some one-on-one time with. I want to do some teacher intervention. I want to have like some pull out, whether that be by myself or whether that is with my TA that helps, and some small group support. So these are friends that I really want to make sure I'm paying close attention to so that they can master that standard. This is the part for y'all where I realized I put ECT instead of ETC, so I just went ahead and fixed that up top. We all make mistakes. We live and we learn. So this next part, y'all, I actually recorded after because I felt like I wanted you guys to understand what it was I was actually doing. So I have about 50 minutes that I can use for small group time. I try to use at least 30 minutes of that 50 minutes dedicated solely to my friends that are progressing. So I'll have this 30-minute time set aside where I will spend, I usually try to make the group about 15 to 20 minutes, but then I'll spend that other time like doing one-on-ones, checking in with my progressing friends. And then I take that next 15 minutes for my friends that are near mastery, just to try to give them that push, which gives me 50 minutes of time, and I use 45 minutes, I'm sorry, and I use 5 minutes to like transition and things like that, because y'all already know, if you are a teacher, things don't always work out exactly how we think they should. So let's get down and dirty with this data. The first thing I'm going to do is put either an up or down arrow, basically just signaling if the student grew or not. One assignment that is on this data tracker was given on Monday, the other one was on Tuesday. So just looking to see who grew. Now, based on this, we can start forming our groups. So I am first looking at any friends that have any red by them. If they are progressing and have not shown even close to mastery for this skill, I am going ahead and writing small group next to their name. These are some friends that need to come and see me. I need to check in on them to make sure that they can continue to grow in the standard that we are working in. So anybody with red, I'm going ahead and I am actually putting this down next to their name. Now, I typically don't actually do this on the page here, and I actually erased this after I did the video. I'll usually just honestly put it down like on a sticky note and put it on my laptop, and I'll just call those friends over when it is small group time. But I am really looking closely at this data, and y'all, sometimes it becomes a little tricky or a little challenging. Like, I'm looking at this person that went down from a 70 to a 40, and I'm also looking at this person that went down from a 60, even though they have, or for a 90 to a 60, even though they have like some green in there, some yellow in there, they're not technically like all red. I'm kind of a little bit concerned, so trying to distinguish in my teacher brain, and especially thinking about what I know about the kid already, like who should I put in that small group. I do want to leave that small group with my progressing friends a little smaller, just because I want to make sure that I am giving each of them the attention that they need. So I have went ahead and I formed that first group there, and now I'm gonna start thinking about who I want to put in the second group. So now I'm just gonna start writing in a different color my friends that I want to go in my progressing group. So again, just looking at their percentages and thinking about what I already know about the scholar. Now, y'all, that digital life, I could just copy and paste that word instead of writing small group over and over again. I can just kind of drag it around. There are benefits here, and y'all will see, like, I end up changing some around, or like saying, oh, small group, wait, no, I'm gonna make them into the other small group, or no, I'm gonna make them a friend that I just assigned them a challenge type of practice to. So I make a lot of changes, and one thing about like being digital is that I can make those changes without having my paper look a mess. So I am gonna go ahead and speed through the rest of this process, differentiating my kids between my progressing group, my near mastery group, and then my challenge friends, who I will assign a more challenging type of practice, something to push them to continue to grow. All right, y'all, so I have about 5 students in the end that are in my progressing group, about 6 students that are in my near mastery group, and then I have, I have to go down and count. I believe there are about 9 students that I will be challenging. So all of these students will be getting something during our small group time that's a little more catered to their learning and where they are throughout our learning process. So I just really look at the data, look at how students are performing already and how I can push them. What support do they need to continue to grow?
So y'all, that is a little bit of how I use data. That was like a really short, quick thing that I just wanted to share with you all, because using data is so important. And when we think about just what we are doing inside of our classrooms, I always want to be that responsive teacher that is looking at where my students are and making sure that I give them exactly what they need. So I hope this video helps someone. If you are not a digital teacher, you can definitely like print out some things that you want to use to track your data, or to think about students in specific domains and standards. So I love you, Mindset family. I love all my teacher friends out here. Y'all are doing an awesome job. You are doing an awesome work. Your impact, the things that you are doing out here in this world, girl, sir, you are killing it, and I am proud of you. I will see you guys next time.